and 1-13, 0-1 in the district. The Scots are coached by Travis Yoder. The Lions are coached by Mark Garza. Here is the starting lineup for Garza's Lions. Rangel will be at second, Lamb the catcher, Dunn the center fielder, Fuentes the shortstop, Cruz the third baseman, Nunez the designated hitter, Ramirez the first baseman, Johnson the pitcher, and Mayer the left fielder. Nunez is batting for the right fielder bumpers. He will be the person that is being designated hitter for. For the Scots, their starting lineup, walk around the defense first. On the mound, Isaac Hutchinson, number 7, the Murray State signee. Behind the plate, Parker Yoder. Third baseman is James Siegler. The shortstop is Cole Flashnick. Second baseman, Adam Ritchie. The first baseman tonight, Charles Brewer. Around the outfield, in left field, it's Leaf Ritchie. Center fielder, Martin True. Right fielder tonight is Danilo Chan. And here we go, ready for some baseball. Game number 2 of the district. These same two teams on Wednesday played 6 innings. The Scots ended up winning that game 12-1. Excellent pitching that night from Tripp Madison. See if Isaac Hutchinson can back that up. First pitch on the ground, one hopper to Siegler. A little trouble with the handle on it. It gets away from him, and it will be a base runner on the error. One pitch and one man on. That'll bring up Lamb, the catcher. Ended up pitching most of the game on Tuesday. Started the game also that night at catcher, but ended up pitching most of the game. Tonight's starter, Tyler Johnson, pitched 2/3 of an inning on Wednesday. Not much of a lead at first. Hutch will throw over there anyway. And safe at first. Brewer able to get the handle. Scots have had some trouble with that throw to first a few times this year. A lot of foul ball territory, and the guy goes all the way to third. I'm sure they've been practicing on that. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Still plenty of good seats available. That means most of y'all are staying home watching it on Game On Sports. Next pitch a little low. Yoder able to block it, keep it in front. There goes the ambulance. Somebody's having a bad night. God bless you. We hope you get better. 1-1 now to Lamb. Rangel on first, nobody out here in the first. This is that weird time of night. When the ball gets up above the lights, it will disappear. So be careful on high pop-ups and fly balls. One hopper, maybe two, to Brewer at first in foul territory. Excuse me. Lamb had a hit. One of only 3 hits, I think, maybe just 2, that the Lions had on Wednesday. They had just 2 hits on Wednesday. And they both came in the first inning. Madison kept him off the scoreboard. There goes the runner. Pitches outside. Yoder cannot find the handle on it. It gets away, and the Lions have a runner in scoring position. Special hello to Greg Stevens in the crowd tonight. His son Parker up at Oklahoma. Greg was my, I guess he's my handler a few years ago. The 3-2 to Lamb. Strike 3 called. Got him. Delayed reaction from the umpire. 1 down. First strikeout of the night for Hutchinson. That'll bring up the center fielder, Dunn started the game on Wednesday on the mound through, I believe it was 40 pitches, over 40 pitches in the first inning when the Scots put 4 on the board. 1 out, man at second. Hutchinson kicks and delivers in the air. Let's see if it stays playable for Brewer or Yoder. It does not. On top of the dugout. And it will sit still on top of the dugout. Somebody will decide who's the monkey and get up there and get it in a little while. I was often the monkey in my high school. No balls and a strike now to Dunn. Curveball, foul back. Yeah, it looks like there is. I called it an error. Yeah. There you go. 0-2 now to Dunn. Richie backs off from holding the runner. Whoa, there's the that's almost like a trick play. Oh, they're saying he stayed on the bag. Threw it well behind the batter. Bounced off the backstop. Yoder got it and delivered a throw to third to make it a really close play, but Rangel is able to reach third. And with 1 out on a ball and 2 strikes, Hutchinson and Dunn. That's just a little too far outside. Fuentes on deck, and Cruz if we get that far. 1 on, 1 out. Curveball on the ground is short. Flash will allow the run to get the out. He does. An unearned run scores for the Lions. That's the way they scored the other night. They got an unearned run in the 6th inning as well. That'll bring up Fuentes, the shortstop. He had a walk and 2 strikeouts the other night. That pitch will hit him, and there's another base runner for the Lions. That'll bring up the third baseman, Cruz. He had the other hit for the Lions the other night. Up and away. Decent but not great lead at first. Throw over there anyway. A little closer than thought it might be. Fuentes able to get back underneath the tag from Brewer. In the air, left field, Richie was playing only about 200 feet out there and is able to move over and make the catch. That will retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the first. This is Highland Park Scots Baseball and Game On Sports. Let's go through the lineup for the Scots. Travis Yoder's team is going to bat like this. The shortstop, Cole Flashnick, will lead off. Hitting second, the second baseman, Adam Ritchie. Hitting third, the third baseman, James Siegler. Martin True, the center fielder, hits fourth. He had an inside-the-park home run on Wednesday. Isaac Hutchinson, the pitcher, will hit fifth and be the DH as well as pitching. The first baseman, Charles Brewer, hits 6th. Danilo Chan, the right fielder, hits 7th. Adam Ritchie, the left fielder, will hit 8th. And Parker Yoder, the catcher, will hit 9th. That's the squad for Travis Yoder's Highland Park Scots. Assistant coaches Bobby Leidner, Austin Honeycutt, Aaron Corbett, and Will McCants. That's your lineup. Going around the defense, let's see, it'll be third baseman Cruz, shortstop Fuentes, second baseman Rangel, first baseman Ramirez, the left fielder is Maher, the center fielder is Dunn, and the right fielder is Bumpers. Behind the plate is Lamb, and on the mound, Tyler Johnson. As I mentioned, he pitched 2/3 of an inning back on Wednesday, came in relief of Dunn. In the second inning, finished off the second inning, Dunn had already thrown 59 pitches and had given up 6 runs. Most of the runs that Scott scored on Wednesday were scored via the wild pitch. They had a lot of difficulty with men on base keeping the ball in front of the catcher. Here comes Cole Flashnick to lead things off here in the first for the Scots. Flash had 2 hits in the game on Wednesday.
Leading off for the Scots, playing shortstop, number 2, Cole Flashnick.
The Arkansas commit. Arkansas plays Mississippi State this weekend in college baseball. First pitch is well outside. The 1-0 from Johnson. Catches the corner, or at least what the umpire is going to call the corner. That'll be outside.
2-1?
Yeah, he called the second one a strike. That misses outside 3-1. Johnson working from the windup. In the air to left fielder may have lost it. Nope, he came back and got it. Didn't look too sure-footed at first, but did make the catch. That'll bring up Adam Ritchie, team captain. Ritchie was 0 for 3, but he scored 2 runs, reached on an error, and walked back on Wednesday. Siegler on deck, and then True if we get that far. Why was the umpire in the middle of the field? Now here we go. First pitch to Ritchie. In the air to center, gets down for a hit. Line drive base hit for your second baseman.
Batting third, playing third base, number 18, James Siegler.
James Siegler, the third baseman, stepping in. On Wednesday, he walked 3 times and scored 2 runs. Officially, he was 0 for 1. He's going to be a big bat in the middle of this lineup this year. Fouls that one back. Had a 4-hit game earlier this year. A pair of doubles, one off the top of the wall. I think it was around the Caldwell and Son sign and left. Johnson steps off and gets Ritchie to retreat to first. Good but not great lead. Richie will have to hang on to what he's got. Ball in the air down the right field line, and the right fielder does not get to it. Neither does the second baseman or the first baseman. So a new life for Richie. But he's down in the count 0-2. Another ball in the air to center. And the center fielder Dunn backs up off the logo, makes the catch. 2 away. They'll bring up Martin True. 1 for 4 on Wednesday. That one was a fly ball that got over the right fielder's head, rolled into the corner, and True came all the way around, made all the left turns, stepped on all the bags. Inside the park home run. Johnson steps off and Richie retreats to first. Not as cold or windy as it was a couple nights ago. There goes Richie, the throw down to second, offline into the outfield. Richie got up a little late. He'll challenge Dunn. The throw to third is late. Richie goes all the way to third. Stolen base and a throwing error. And now there's a runner at third. RBI situation for Siegler with 2 outs. I'm True, not Siegler. Siegler flied out. I guess I need another cup of coffee. The 0-1 curveball, stay a little inside. Yes. Hard on the ground past Coach Yoder. Coach Yoder coaching at third. Austin Honeycutt at first. Bobby Leidner's in the dugout. Probably keeping everybody in check. The 1-2 is down at the toes of True. Bounces around. Lamb's able to keep it in front of him. And Richie retreats to third. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs now to True. And now it'll be a full count. Full count to True. Oh, he fouled it. Looked like a real hittable pitch. Got a big cut, but just fouled it off. Full count pitch on the ground towards short. Fuentes, a good arm over to first, and Ramirez able to keep it in his glove and get the out. The Scots go down without scoring. They do get a hit and a man left on base. We played 1 inning. It is scoreless. This is, I'm sorry, the Lions lead it 1-0. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports. Look at that. I've messed up 3 times already, Bob. You want to
You
play one
didn't
in?
hear me. I said that's because I'm in your press box. I'm wearing off on you.
Nah.
Bringing your professionalism down to amateur level.
Nah. Nah, it ain't you. It ain't you. I thought we'd have a bigger home crowd for the first district game.
Spring break.
Oh, spring break.
No school today.
They were off today?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Somebody slept in today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I wasn't slept in today.
So y'all are experiencing what I'm experiencing. These night games after these 3 weekends of getting up and having 10 and 12 a.m., 10 a.m. and 12 o'clock games, and then all of a sudden you have a 7:30 game. What are you gonna do all day waiting for the game?
Leading off the top of the second for the Lions. Number 9, designated hitter, Aiden Nunez.
To the second inning we go. Isaac Hutchinson allowed a run without a hit in the first. And here is Nunez, the designated hitter, hitting for the right fielder bumpers. Takes the ball outside. Odd batting style, stands straight up, and then as the pitch is about to be delivered, bends his knees a little bit, gets into a hitter's posture. Takes ball 2 down low. Fouls this one off. You see the softball power, the slow pitch softball power hitters stand straight up and they got their feet together. And as the ball comes towards them, they crank it up and stride out, swing through the ball. Not so much in baseball. There's a curveball for a strike, 2-2. Can't really do that in baseball. It's more the hands. Instead of, you still get the weight shift, but you got to have the quick hands. Can't take that big long stride, big long swing. That'll be called strike 3. One down here in the second strikeout of the night for Isaac Hutchinson, both looking. That'll bring up the first baseman Ramirez, another tall lefty swinger. First pitch to Ramirez, misses outside. 1-0. Hutch working quick. Misses down low. Oh, no, that's a called strike. Okay. My eyes deceived me. On the ground, right back to Hutchinson. Oh, went through him. Brewer off the bag, back to Hutchinson. Got him! Oh! A misplay into a nice play. That'll be 2 down. We'll circle that one, Ty Owens. That'll be a highlight. No, it was an out. No. So here's Johnson, the pitcher. I don't know if he got an at bat the other night. Let's see. He did not. Fastball misses outside. Team captain Trip Madison had a really good night on the mound against these guys back on Wednesday. Good curveball there from Hutch, strike 2. Madison went 5 innings, allowed 2 hits, walked 3, struck out 8. Getting the win, did not allow a run. That pitch misses just a little outside. Two balls and 2 strikes now to Johnson here in the second. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Hutchinson, and that will retire the side. We will go to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Lions. This is Highland Park Scots Baseball, a production of Game On Sports. A little bit of darkness in the sky now. What's that red light flashing? Oh, it's on the back of this. It's weird. As long as that's working, we get it. Sorry.
What's up, guys?
Leading off the second for the Scots, Isaac Hutchinson.
Batting fifth, number 7, Isaac Hutchinson.
You guys woke up now?
Hutch reached on an interference and a walk and an error and flied out. Scored 2 runs a couple nights ago. Fouls this one into the screen, or maybe the first baseman has a chance. Oh, the first baseman got it. 1 down.
Batting sixth, playing first base, number 5.
That'll bring up Charles Brewer, he of the gold gloves and gold bat. He hits one to right. Bumpers. Makes the play on this one. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Then you got that unassisted double play.
And that'll bring up Danilo Chan.
Playing right field, number 15, Danilo Chan.
Danilo did not play in the game on Wednesday. Swing and a foul tip. They swung at each of the first 3 pitches this inning. Had a chance for the rare 3-pitch inning, but it went awry. See if the Scots can now turn it around and score a run after the first 2 pitches, 2 outs. The 1-1, a little outside. Oh, that was a good-looking curveball. Must have missed a little low. Had some nice bend to it. But it's 3 balls and a strike now to Chan. That's high, ball 4. Scots have a base runner. That'll bring up Leaf Ritchie.
Brings up our number 8 batter. Playing left field, number 8, Leaf Ritchie.
Nice of Leaf to wait until his. Oh, there's a balk. Umpire said he balked. Now he's going to go coach him a little bit, tell him what he did. Coach Garza is coming out trying to figure out what he did. Now the coach is going to talk to the umpire. Try to figure out what he did. That'll put Chan on second base after the balk. So many little things you can do to balk. They're vaguely written into the rule book. You're only allowed to come set one time. Any movement after that, or if your foot goes off and on to the rubber, or if the wrong foot moves forward, it's all kind of weird stuff. Catcher reaches out almost in front of home plate to catch that one, and it's a strike on Ritchie. That pitch is up and away. A ball and a strike to Leaf. Foul back this way, but there's a screen. So 1-2 now to Leaf. Scots have the only hit of the game. The Lions have the only run of the game here in the second. A hit here from Ritchie could turn that around. Curveball way outside. See Lamb coming from behind the plate and almost reaching out at home plate. He's going to get a catcher's interference if he continues to do that. A bat's going to come around swinging and make contact with his glove. 2-2 now to Ritchie. Curveball in the air to center. See, it gets down. No, the center fielder, Dunn, is able to come in and make the catch. And that will retire the side. And we've completed 2 innings of play. The Scots trail this one 1-0. We want to thank everybody who has sponsored Highland Park High School baseball this year.
Players score remains Lions 1, Scots 0.
Get it called up here on my tablet. Thank you to all the sponsors. Dr. Field Scoville, your game plan for sports medicine. Parking Systems of America, smarter parking, seamless operations. Meredith Hayes Real Estate Group Compass, from first pitch to closing day, Meredith Hayes Real Estate Group is on deck for you. Ruho Boots Company, a better boot, a better price. Be brave. Scots Baseball Club Incorporated, future Scots play here. Nowak and Stouch, PLLC, choose your legal lineup. HG Charm Bar, uniquely yours. Jim Mueller and his team at the Mueller Family Law Group help families across Texas move forward with care, clarity, and a plan. Carol Anzelli Real Estate Group, run home with Carol Anzelli Real Estate Group. SA Recycling is recycling redefined. And Harvey's Collision Centers, your repair team after the unexpected. Thank you again to all of our sponsors for Highland Park Scots baseball here in 2026. Moving to the third now, the Scots trailing 1-0. Scots have the only hit of the game. The Lions the only run of the game. Rangel reached on an error in the first, moved to third on a wild pitch, scored on a ground ball. This is Maher, the left fielder, Mayer, I guess, not Maher like the kicker, spelled the same, Mayer, the left fielder. First pitch from Hutchinson is a strike. Mayer, and then back to the top of the order with Rangel. The 0-1 is a strike, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the night for Hutchinson. 2 looking, 2 swinging. That'll bring up Rangel. Hit the first pitch of the game to Siegler, who was unable to make the catch. And what's going on here? They can't call a balk. There's nobody on base. What is the call? What are we talking about? From his natural windup, his hands can move. What are they trying to tell him?
They brought the guy back. So was it a ball? I guess it was
So
they called him out. I guess it was a ball.
So Maher's still up, and there's a swing and a miss, and I didn't have to erase anything in my book. That's good. Thank you, Isaac. His dad pitched a little bit in the big leagues. I'm pretty sure he's talked to him about what he can do on the mound.
Second baseman Miguel Rangel.
Here's Rangel, who reached on the ground ball that Siegler couldn't handle back in the first. Foul tip. Strike 1. So I think they called a balk, which is not a pitch, because they took the strike off the board, but it's not a ball because it was a strike. Ground ball to second. Richie backhands it and gets it to first for the second out. 2 down. That'll bring up Lamb, the catcher. He went down looking at strike 3 back in the first. Foul back. It does not look like the umpire got into the mind of Hutchinson. There's been nothing but strikes since they told him not to move his hands. And he goes back to moving his hands up and down as he begins his windup. He did miss with that one, so a ball and a strike now to Lamb. Stands are starting to fill in, so that's always nice. Some of the JV guys are here. That's a strike, 1-2. I was informed that it's spring break started today. I did not know that. Good for you guys. 1-2. Up and in. 2-2 now to Lamb. I'm primarily retired, so it's always like spring break for me. Except my wife always has a list of things to do. I don't know what's up with that. The 2-2. It's a little outside. Full count now. So for the next week, these Scots have nothing to think about but baseball.
They're leading at 36-30.
A full count pitch due to Lamb. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that will retire the side. 5 strikeouts now for Isaac Hutchinson. We've completed 2.5. It's Highland Park trailing the Lions 1-0. This is Highland Park Scots Baseball on Game On Sports. Well, that's not bad for 3 innings, though.
The other guy has 27.
He's only pitched 2.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's see if he catch up here. He's throwing a lot of pitches more than he normally does, doesn't he?
Well, when you have big strikeouts, that tends to bring your pitch up. Now, 37, that's just over 12 an inning. That's pretty good. You want something like 12 to 15 an inning.
Okay.
If they get up averaging 20 an inning, they're not going to last long.
Sure.
They can only throw, 110 a week?
The entire week?
Yeah.
How many games that week?
Well, during district play, 2. See, this kid threw probably 15 or 20 pitches on Wednesday.
Okay.
Coming in relief for the first pitcher only got 4 outs and was 59 pitches into.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm looking at the throw line. He did abuse him for 6 runs in the first inning.
It's the bottom of the 3rd here at Scotland Yard,
Number 1.
just off Lovers Lane, here in Dallas, the Highland Park area. Leading off is Parker Yoder, the catcher. Parker, I believe, had 1 or 2 hits. He had a hit and a walk and scored, or Harley Eckert scored twice for him back on Wednesday. Scott's trailing 1-0 as Yoder steps in. Lamb having difficulty with his glove that goes underneath his catcher's glove. So we'll get a little timeout. See if he can get that on. Sometimes the guys wear the same gloves underneath their fielding glove that they wear when they bat, and they get that stickum stuff on their glove when they bat, and then it really creates a little hate and discontent going into the leather glove to play in the field. See the third baseman Cruz in on the grass expecting a bunt. I think they're going to let Parker swing away with nobody on. Johnson kicks and delivers. First pitch makes contact with Yoder. He's on board again. And here comes Harley Eckert, the speedster, to run for him. Yes. And the pitch, after it hit Yoder, apparently it hit Lamb, and he is curled up behind home plate. People tell you you can't get hurt when you're wearing your cup. They have never been hit by something going 85 miles an hour. It still hurts, folks. You might be protected, but you're still going to get hit. Stuff still hurts. And bruises still happen. So we got a little timeout here. Have you guys been paying attention to free agency and football? All that money that people are throwing around? Oh my gosh.
Yes. Talking about that earlier.
Money going everywhere. Okay, there's the weirdest thing going on with Baltimore. They made a trade for Max Crosby. They gave up 2 first-round draft picks. Crosby missed the last 2 games last year with what was determined to be a minor knee injury. So then the Ravens decide, oh, we don't want to honor that trade. We're going to back out of that trade. We'll go sign Trey Hendrickson to a contract worth about $38 million a year. Hendrickson missed 10 games last year. Why would they give up Crosby for Hendrickson for more money for 2 more years when he's got a bigger injury than what Crosby had? That is crazy stuff. Crazy stuff.
Baltimore won't lose their future. You better pay 2 first round.
Yeah.
Within the 2 years.
Yeah, they.
You just wasted it on a person that's almost out of their prime.
Yeah, they wanted their draft picks back, and they wanted a little bit younger guy, I guess.
Yep.
But even though it costs more money for 2 additional years than what Crosby's doing. Okay, Lamb seems to have gathered his self and taken a couple deep breaths, and the trainer came over and he's told him he's good to go. Now he'll catch a couple of practice warm-up tosses from Johnson, and we'll get back to baseball. Cole Flashnick will come up. Flied to left field his first time tonight. 2 hits and 3 at-bats and a walk, I think. Nope, 2 for 4 the other night, so he's 2 for 5 here on the week. And there's another balk. Something tells me Mr. Johnson has not been on the mound a lot. Not quite the polished pitcher that we're going to see next week against Wakeland. Hit hard but foul. Bumpers didn't even move. He's just letting somebody go get it from the dugout. He didn't even move in right field. There's an awkward step off. I guess the umpire called time. Did not charge Johnson another balk. Curveball stays way outside. Ball and a strike now to Flash. Little bit of wind blowing out to right. Not a lot of wind. Mr. Weatherman and Miss Weather Person told me today the wind's going to pick up tomorrow. That one's down. No, it's not. It's a strike. The way that Lamb is reaching out, I just think he's going to get hit. So 1-2 now to Flash with a runner in scoring position, nobody out. That's up and away, 2-2. Richie on deck and then Siegler. Richie owns the only hit of the game thus far as we battle here in the 3rd inning. Johnson's 2-2. That one did bounce in. And now it's a full count due to Flash. And that'll be ball 4. Flash is aboard. Scott's got something cooking in the kitchen. 2 on, nobody out. And that'll bring up Adam Ritchie, team captain. And as of right now, the Baseball Mom of the Year standings, his mom is at the top because on Wednesday she delivered hot chocolate to a very cold announcer and a cold cameraman. So Lillian Ritchie leading baseball mom right now. Pitch to Ritchie is outside. I mean, she's got 2 kids on the team, and she owns the music system, which Charlie Williams, welcome to the press box, Charlie, is operating for us tonight. Are you going to be a permanent fixture here?
Not sure yet, but I'll definitely be up here. So.
Not sure yet. There's that $50 a game job still up for grabs. The 1-0, little outside. That'll be 2 balls, no strikes.
This kid has 36.
37th pitch of the night coming from Tyler Johnson will equal Hutchinson's total. That's up high, 3-0. Thank you, David Turner. Rounding out the press box tonight, Bob Thompson's on the PA announcer. And Cedric Johnson is watching 911 and running the scoreboard. The 3-0 to Ritchie. Is the ball outside? Bases are juiced for Siegler. Scots still have only 1 hit, but they've got 3 base runners, nobody out. And here comes Coach Garza out to talk with his starting pitcher. Coach Garza went to Bryan Adams High School in Dallas, also went to East Texas Baptist and Monmouth College, played baseball there. And he has coached at several places in Arlington, Ranch View. Still pretty much a newlywed. He and his wife Megan been married only 3 years. She is a director of digital learning for CFBISD. Here's Siegler now with the bases loaded. Hit hard to left center. That's going to score a few. That'll bounce to the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Here comes Ritchie. 3-run 2-bagger for James Siegler. That'll turn around your score. Scots now lead it 3-1. That'll bring up Martin True. And he'll see a new pitcher because Coach Garza comes out to talk to Johnson. Second trip this inning means we've got a pitching change. Let's find out who the pitcher is coming in. We saw Dunn, Johnson, and then Lamb finished up on Wednesday. So Lamb is still behind the plate. Dunn's in center field. Johnson just exited. Let's find out who this is. Oh, I didn't pull out my spyglass, but something tells me we can get a number off his back.
Number 5, I think.
5, that's Fuentes, normally the shortstop. That means somebody else is now playing shortstop.
Number 5.
Yes, Fuentes, number 5, the shortstop. He will be your new pitcher. For the Lions, assistant coach Resendez grew up in Chicagoland. He was an all-Chicagoland baseball player and placed second in state in wrestling. He's been a girls coach in basketball, softball, and volleyball, and an NFL business manager. Worked for the Dolphins back in 2022. I believe this is his first year with the Lions, and their other coach, Coach Herbst, grew up in North Dallas, graduated from J.J. Pierce. We know them. They were in our district a couple years ago. He was the assistant baseball coach there. This is his third year at Turner and his second as the assistant baseball coach at Turner. He's been coaching for over 20 years in Colorado and Texas. That is the coaching staff for the Lions. That's a good little way to kill some time. Here is Martin True. And he will face Fuentes with nobody out and a runner at second. Siegler, the big 3-run double. First pitch gets away. Siegler's going to get to third base. That got away from Lamb. Still nobody out. Duck on the pond for True. True had a home run, 2 runs batted in on Wednesday. His home run went over the right fielder's head and into the corner and inside the park home run. And the right fielder gives him no respect. He's way off the line. Line drive right at the right fielder on one hop. It'll be an RBI single for True. Siegler comes in with no contest. And it's 4-1 Scots. Third hit of the night, second in the inning for the Scots, and that'll bring up Isaac Hutchinson. Hutchinson, first ball swinging, popped up to the first baseman, back in the second. Pitch missed a little down. True is a threat to steal. Actually surprised he didn't take off on that pitch. Fuentes gives him a look. Decent lead. Does not go. Pitches outside. Throw behind him. They know he can run. Charles Brewer on deck, and then Danilo Chan. Still nobody out. Runner on base. 4 runs in for the Scots. They had a 4-run first and a 4-run sixth on Wednesday. (3-0) now to Isaac. True didn't go. Isaac didn't swing. His ball 4. 2 on now for Brewer.
At the plate, first baseman, Charles Brewer.
Looks like the wind picked up a little bit, but it's still blowing out to right. Hutchinson will get a pinch runner. It's going to be Ronan Moreland.
And the bench run at first base, Ronan Moreland.
Brewer last weekend had a game in which he had a pair of doubles, including one that short hopped the fence in left field right down the line against the wind. First pitch from Fuentes is a strike on the inside corner to Brewer. That pitch is a little too far outside. 1-1. Ramirez, before that pitch was thrown, was in front of Moreland at first, and then as the pitcher was getting into his windup, backed up behind Moreland. See the second baseman Rangel almost straight up the middle. That pitch will be called a strike. 1-2. A little bit better weather tonight than it was a couple of nights ago. Although we hear it's going to get mighty chilly on Sunday night into Monday morning. The 1-2 on the ground right in front of the third baseman. Steps on the bag. The throw across. Not in time. Brewer beats it to first, but they do get the force at third.
Safe and safe. Call them safe. Safe and safe.
They called him safe. I swear I saw the guy step on the bag. I could swear I saw him step on the bag. We'll see what they say. What are they going to converse about? Now, if the home plate umpire was watching the runner at first, runner going to first, or watching for the play at first because the other umpire was in the field, if he didn't see it, he cannot call him out. Oh my.
No, he called him safe. Called him safe.
So
No, he's safe.
I don't know how, but I guess that's an infield hit for Brewer.
Right fielder, Danilo Chan.
And the bases are loaded again. That'll bring up Danilo Chan. He walked last inning. Takes one down and away. 8th batter of the inning. Still looking for our first out. 4 in, 3 on, and a man at the plate. And a questionable call at third base. Fouled into the screen. The Lions only have 16 players on their roster. This is a 5A school. I hear their soccer team is great, though. High pop-up on the infield should be the infield fly rule. The batter is out. It could be interference. The runner will score. 1 out. True scores.
He never moved off the base. Did the run score?
Let's find out. Hang on.
He gonna call him out.
The batter has to be out on the infield fly. They either call the guy out at second base for interference or they make the runner go back to third.
Danilo's out.
Danilo is out. 1 out. And they are also calling out the runner Moreland at second base. Wait a minute. Let's see. Before you update that, before I put something in my book, is that the call?
Oh, he called Martin out too. No, whoever's this.
No, True goes back to third. They're calling Moreland out for interference at second.
So now it's 2 out.
So now there's 2 outs. Crazy talk. That's just crazy talk. Here is Leaf Ritchie, first and third, now with 2 outs, 4 runs in for the Scots. That pitch will be called a strike.
Left fielder, Leaf Ritchie.
I don't even want to know what the umpire in the field said there. Pitch is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. They called them out at second and moved the runner back to third. Runner was able to move on his own accord, but they made him go back. I don't know. Baseball's changed since I was an umpire. 2 balls and a strike. So we've seen offensive interference and defensive interference in this series. And that pitch is somehow called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 4 in. A lot of deuces, not quite all wild. Oh, and that's called strike 3. So the Scots bat 9, 4 score. There's a questionable call in the
Third is Scott's
at
four runs.
third base, and then a questionable call on the infield pop. And we've completed 3 innings. It's 4-1 Scots. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
Somehow, I don't understand. That guy and an umpire out in the field seems to be really
Yeah.
new.
Make a lot of calls.
The guy's made a lot of weird calls.
What do you expect the guy to do on second? He's standing on the base. He
Standing
can't go
on
nowhere.
the base.
He gets off the base. He gets the ball. We tag him down.
That's the fielder's responsibility to get around the
All
plate.
that. He can't move out the plate.
What's he supposed to do? It's the only place he is safe is on the plate, is on the bag. Explain it. Please explain it.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one.
You're asking for a call in right now. If anybody knows how you can be standing on second base and be called out on an infield fly because
I need,
you were ruled
everybody got Kate Young, Chris Young number? We need to have a serious baseball question here.
good. Josh,
Now, I guess he called it a dead ball for the interference, and that's why True had to go back.
But the thing is, how do you interfere when he's standing?
He's standing on base, the ball came right across the base.
Yeah.
how is that? That's a call in. That's a
Yeah, man, that's a bad call.
And they're still arguing
Ladies and
about it.
gentlemen.
I would be too. We got to fight. Umpire. But not you. You. You
Yeah.
out there. We got to fight after the game.
He made a lot of calls.
Crazy calls.
I want to say we head to the top of the fourth with questions about our umpire.
Here we go to the fourth. We are vehemently discussing at least one of 2 or 3 calls last inning.
Leading off for the line.
I don't know how they missed the guy stepping on third to make the throw to first, and then they called an interference, took a run off the board, and a double play on the interference on the infield pop-up. It's all just entertainment, folks. Here's Dunn, the center fielder, against Hutchinson.
Work.
Pitch on the corner for a strike.
Come here, buddy. Swing.
Just outside. 1-1.
Got a couple of students in the stands tonight.
Lions have scored a run without the benefit of a hit thus far. There's a
Get it.
Parker just couldn't quite get there.
Knees to better Parker.
Come on, Parker. I got to quit doing that. Someday it's going to be gone. I have done
1 ball, 2 strikes to Dunn. He might be at shortstop now that Fuentes is pitching. Start of the game in center field. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Isaac Hutchinson. 1 down here in the fourth. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts as we battle here in the fourth inning. Here's Fuentes. He was hit by a pitch back in the first. Hutchinson delivers a strike with a fastball. Curveball in the air to right. Chan underneath it in a step or 2, and that'll be 2 down. That'll bring up Cruz, the third baseman. He flied out to left back in the first. First pitch to him is a strike. First batter of the game reached on an error on the very first pitch. Can't remember how he got to second. I didn't write it down. I know he went to third on a wild pitch or a pass ball. I didn't keep that score. Line drive. Brewer up and got it. Nice play, Charles Brewer, to retire the side in the fourth. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth with the Scots now leading 4-1. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
I had that he stole base, that Ringo, the first got on by the error, and he stole the base.
Okay.
So Parker couldn't find the ball. It was just a.
Oh, that's right. That's right,
then,
yeah.
And then he stole third
On a wild
almost
pitch.
exact type of same thing.
And then scored on the ground ball by Dunn.
Yep. That's it. Now I can go home and tell my wife, I hail. There used to be a commercial when Mama made brownies today, and I hail.
I remember that.
Remember that? Something like that.
It is the bottom of the fourth inning. Parker Yoder, who led off last inning by getting hit by a pitch, and then Harley Eckert came around and scored in his spot. Parker will lead it off. Fred Garner just sent me the highlight video from last inning of that wonderful play at second base that turned into 2 outs. Looks like the guy standing on second. I don't know how you call him out.
Yeah.
Turned it into a double play somehow. And there's a swing and strike by Parker, 1-1. Thanks for the video, Fred. We still have no idea what the umpire called. Well, I guess we have an idea. The 1-1's up high. It was an infield fly rule. Andy called interference and called 2 men out. Yoder's going to step out, gather himself, and step back in for the 2-1 pitch. Fuentes, second pitcher of the night for the Lions, tries a curveball, stays up high. Heads up. That'll be ball 4. Yoder is on again.
At the plate, shortstop,
Yoder's on-base percentage is high as Harley Eckert goes in to run for him. 4 times and 5 trips to the plate. Yoder has made it to base this week. Here's Cole Flashnick. Flash walked last time after a fly ball in the first inning. 2 hits on Wednesday night. He'll look for something to drive here. Gets it, drives it to left. Left fielder playing way off the line. Cannot make the catch. That's going to be extra bases. Eckert's going to score. Look at how fast that kid is. Look at those legs. And it's going to be a triple for Flash. An RBI triple for Cole Flashnick. 5-1 Scots.
Now batting second baseman Adam Ritchie.
They'll bring up Adam Ritchie. Single and a walk and a run scored. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It was the safety squeeze. Well, if he can get a bunt down and get it past the pitcher, he might get a double. The run will score easily. Second baseman is on the outfield grass. Big cut, no contact, 1-1. In the air to right, going to back up the right fielder. Bumpers up against the wall. It'll be off the wall. Richie's digging for third. It's going to be an RBI triple, followed by an RBI triple. Back-to-back triples. Flash and Richie. It's 6-1 Scots.
At the plate, third baseman James Siegler.
And that'll be all for Fuentes as Coach Garza comes and takes the ball from Fuentes and hands it to one of the infielders. Let's see who's gonna pitch. Looks like number 3. Looks like it's going to be Rangel, the second baseman now. So Fuentes will stay in the infield.
Number 3. Yep.
So Dunn is in from center field, probably playing second base now. Fuentes will probably go back to shortstop. Rangel will be the new pitcher. Six to 1, the Scots lead. Good time now to walk through some of the Scots coaches' information. If I can get to where I have it on my phone. Here we go. Coach Yoder is from Carmel, Indiana, raised in Plano. Graduated from Plano in 1995. If I can get my phone to operate here.
Yeah, over there.
Cedric Johnson going to help me. Let's look at Coach Yoder here. There we go.
There we go.
He graduated from Plano High School in 1995. Got his bachelor's degree at UT Austin in 99. In 2010, he completed his master's in education at Lamar down in Beaumont. He was a coach at Adamson High School before joining Highland Park. He's been at Highland Park for 20 years. This is his 13th season as the head coach. Bobby Leidner also went to Lamar for his graduate degree. He went to Texas A&M, and yet somehow these guys are friends. Bobby earned the Highland Park High School 2020 Teacher of the Year. Congrats in arrears there for you. Prior to Highland Park, he was at DeSoto High School, where he was the varsity baseball coach and football assistant coach. And here is James Siegler batting. Big 3-run double last inning. Takes the ball on the first pitch. Rangel delivers in the dirt, but it goes towards third base. Richie backs up to third. Martin True on deck, and then Isaac Hutchinson. Siegler looking to back up back-to-back triples. Takes a strike. You don't see back-to-back triples often. We just did. Siegler takes another one down. 3 balls and a strike. Here's a hitter's pitch. That'll be a strike. 3-2. Full count pitch due to James Siegler, the sophomore third baseman. Gets one to hit, fouls it over Lover's Lane. No cars out there at this time. Another full count pitch due. Scott's looking to tack on to their 5-run lead with a runner on third. Back through the middle. That'll get the run home. Will they get the out? No, it'll be an infield hit and an RBI for Siegler. 7-1 now. Scott's 3 runs in this inning and still nobody out. RBI single after RBI triple after a walk. And here's Martin True. He had an RBI single last inning. Last inning, his single brought in Siegler, who had brought in 3 runs with a big double. First pitch to Martin is well high. That also is well high, 2-0. Three balls and no strikes to True. Scots have evened up their runs and hits at 7. That'll be ball 4. 2 on, still nobody out here for the Scots. And that'll bring up Isaac Hutchinson. A pop out and a walk on his ledger. And we'll get a runner for True at first base.
Number 6.
Trying to figure out who the runner is. Gabe Nowak. First pitch to Hutch is called a strike. A generous call. Next pitch to Hutch is up high. Rangel and the strike zone don't seem to be talking the same language.
They're giving them more runs. I love it.
Hit hard and deep to left. It's not going to go out. It will bounce. It'll get down. It's going to be at least 1 run in, and it'll be an RBI double for Hutchinson. 8-1 now. That'll get Nowak over to third. They had to hold in case the left fielder ran it down. And Cash Wright will run for Hutchinson after the RBI double. That'll bring up Charles Brewer. He had what we could only call an infield single on a ball that he hit to third last inning. He's also flied out. Hits this one hard and deep to right center field. Bumpers moves over, makes the catch. It'll be a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Good contact from Brewer. It'll be the first out of the inning, but it'll be a productive out. The RBI for Brewer makes it 9-1. And Ronan Moreland will hit for Danilo Chan. He's the 8th batter of the inning for the Scots. Right now on third base, hit into the screen and then into Lover's Lane. Scott's 4 runs last inning, 5 this inning, still hammering away, only 1 out and a man at third. Back through the middle, that'll be a base hit. Picked up by the second baseman, but Moreland's got legs. That's an RBI single for Moreland.
You said base hit? So it's a hit?
Yes, that's a base hit. And a run scored. 10-1 now. And Bennett Schultz grabbed the bat. He will hit for Ritchie. Coach Yoder taking advantage of the scoreboard to get a lot of ball players into the game. Hit hard to third and past the third baseman into left field. Moreland, he's going to try for third. The throw will not even get there. And Schultz hustles all the way around to second.
We'll get in the air and we'll get back to hit.
Let's give him a double. Let's give him a double. Let's call it a double. I don't know if he made any contact with it or not. It went past him. And now Dean Williams will bat for Yoder.
Now play for the Scots. Number 4, Dean Williams.
Third straight pinch hitter. Let's see if we get the third straight hit.
Umpire, what you doing?
Umpire confirming with the batter that he's new to the lineup. Six runs in the inning. 2 on and still just 1 out. Williams, a big bat, the junior, going to play some corner infield. Swinging a foul away.
You got 6 runs and 6 hits.
I got 6 runs. Might be 7 hits. I think they were 1 hit behind. Oh, swing and a miss there from Williams, 1 and 2. 4 spot followed by a 6 spot. That bounces in 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Williams. Rangel came in and had difficulty finding the strike zone, and then when he did throw strikes, it's been hit hard. Just 1 out. That'll be down and away. Full count now due to Williams. That'll be ball 4, the best out. This is Johnson, who started the game on the mound for the Lions.
Number 16, Tyler Johnson.
Pitched into the third. Took a 1-0 lead in the third, and then things kind of fell apart for the Lions. First pitch to Johnson, called a ball. That'll be up high 2-0. The JV squad threw a pair of no-hitters at the Lions this week. Grady Cothram, 12 strikeouts in his no-hitter. Then they had several pitchers combined to pitch the no-hitter in the game earlier today. There's a strike, 3-1. The JV beat the Lions 15-0 and 16-0. The Scots are looking for back-to-back 12-1 wins. There's a strike on the outside corner, down to their last strike. A full count due to Johnson from Gahagan. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. I believe we've got a no-hitter, ladies and gentlemen. A combined no-hitter. Isaac Hutchinson and Henry Gahagan. The Scots win the game 12-1. Back-to-back 12-1 wins to get district started. Good start to district for the Scots. On Tuesday, we'll be right back here against Frisco Wakeland for the third game of the district season. That'll be next Tuesday. So the Scots win this one 12-1. Lots of big bats, back-to-back triples, a 3-run double. But the big story, the combined no-hitter, Isaac Hutchinson and Henry Gahagan no-hit the Lions to run the Scots record to 11-5, 2-0 in district. For Fred Garner and Ty Owens and everybody on staff at Game On Sports, I'm Rob Davis. Thanks for watching Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
Thank you for attending and supporting our student athletes. Safe travels as you get home and good evening. I'll leave that for you so you can take it down to them. Thank you so much.
Tuesday.
Yes, sir. We'll see you Tuesday, Coach Turner.
Yes, sir.
I won't see me.
You guys be safe going
Nope.
home.
Nope.
You as well. Now, there's some crazy people driving expensive cars in front of me on my way down here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it'll be a little more competitive next week.
All right. I'll see y'all won't see me till April.
Y'all be safe.
Have a good spring
well.
break. I'll see you in a couple days.
You want to see me in a couple of days?
Oh, you're not being here?
I won't be here till April.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.